Hey friends, welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be doing a full face of makeup, but we're going to keep things really simple. So this is kind of pretty in line with like a go-to look for me when I am not filming, but I want to look put together, but I don't want to do a lot of steps on the eyes maybe. So that's just a simple kind of everyday makeup look for me. I am going to be using a new to me foundation. This video is in partnership with Lancome. I am going to be applying their Lancome Tint Idole Ultra Wear Foundation, and I'm so excited to give this guy a try. Actually, I tried him over the weekend, but I hadn't used this foundation before the last week, and you guys know I recently made a rediscovery of one of my favorite foundations, the Tint Idole Ultra Wear Stick Foundation. So I thought I would jump on the opportunity to try the liquid. And they are having their friends and family sale right now. So right now through the 30th, you can get 25% off site-wide on Lancome's website. I'll have all the information and links in the description box below. 25% off site-wide, you guys. And if you sign up for an account, you get 30% off. 30% off. I don't really think you see deeper discounts like that ever on cosmetic brands' websites. So it's definitely a good time to stock up. I did grab a couple other Lancome products that I love that we will be using in today's video as well. So let's go ahead and get started. My hair is a little bit darker. I don't know if you guys can tell. Many of you will probably think it looks exactly the same, but trust me, it is much darker than it was. And I feel like when you change your hair, there's always that first week where you're trying to figure out like your makeup because what you were wearing before looks a little different when your hair is different. So anyway, okay, so I have the shade 310 Bisque Cool. My shade in the stick is 320 Bisque Warm, and I sent over a few shades, and this was the one that was sent back to me. It's a little bit light for me, so I'm just gonna say that. It does work, but it is a little bit light for me. So my shade, you guys, is 320 Bisque Warm, just so you know. Okay, before we get into applying it, I wanna let you know what I have on my skin right now, my normal skincare, and I have my tinted moisturizer on, which is the Alastin Hydra Tint. So I have a little bit of pigment on my skin, just to let you guys know. Before we get in, I do wanna read you just kind of what it says here on the box. Up to 24 hours of color wear for a divine lasting perfection. Following 8 years of research, Lancome unveils its first 24-hour foundation for lasting perfection. With its eternal soft technology, Tint Idole Ultra Wear defeats all challenges. Complexions stay flawless and unified, never ever cakey. Okay, wears irresistibly comfortable, it's blendable, and fresh texture leaves the complexion smooth, velvety matte. I love a velvety matte finish with no powdery effect. Love it. Full coverage, it covers flaws, redness, imperfections visibly disappear. The velvety finish you love up to 24 hours. Okay, so velvety matte finish, full coverage. I would pretty much describe the stick as similar. I don't know, I should actually take that back. The stick does give pretty full coverage. It's buildable, but I don't feel like definitely doesn't feel like it's too much or heavy. All right, so let's go ahead and get one solid pump out. This is what the product looks like. You can see the consistency. It's not so thick that it's moving, right? So it's not too thick, which I love. So I'm using the BK Beauty Sponge to apply this side. I'm gonna use a brush on the other side just so we can kind of compare. You know, a beauty sponge is gonna give more of a natural finish. So it's a great option to use when you're working with more of a full coverage foundation or a thicker consistency foundation. This is a full coverage, but it's not thick, in my opinion. A sponge is going to absorb some of your product more than a brush will. So normally I think I could make a whole pump last on my face with a brush, but for this, using a sponge, I am going through a full pump just on half of my face. And I don't think the coverage is too much. It's definitely a great coverage, but it doesn't look to be too much. Okay, so that color works really well. It's a little light, but it'll work because we're gonna go and bronze up and do all of that. I'm gonna go on the other side. I'm gonna get another pump of this, and I'm gonna use my BK Beauty 106 brush. Okay, either application looks really good, but I will say I'm getting more coverage with less product with my brush, which is not a surprise. I love a foundation brush. I love a beauty sponge for thicker formulas or for concealer. But I love, okay, so see, I got about the same amount of coverage, you guys, and look how much product I still have left on my hand, okay? I pumped out the same amount for both sides, but I used an entire pump when I used the sponge. So I'm actually gonna take what's left from this second pump and I'm gonna apply it on my forehead, make sure I have enough coverage on my nose and my chin. One of the reasons that a brush will make your product go a little further is because one, it doesn't absorb as much product as a sponge, but two, it helps you really spread that product out. Perfect. Okay, so I don't even really feel like I need any more coverage on my nose. I feel like I have perfect coverage. I had a little mascara on before this video, so I've taken it off so my under eye circles look really dark, but okay. So, summary, I have still about this much left for my second pump. So I would say that using a brush, you'll be able to get all the coverage you need from one pump of this. If you use a sponge, you are gonna need to pump out a little bit additional more to cover all over the skin. I am gonna go in, well, actually, let's take another note about this finish before we move on. So everything looks really well covered. I feel like it's more of a natural matte finish. Like I am seeing that velvety finish description, but it still has a little bit of a very natural, like healthy, I don't want to say glow because it's not a glow, but it looks good. It looks really, really good. It looks like healthy skin. Okay, next we're gonna go ahead and apply concealer. I have the Armani Luminous Silk Concealer in the shade 5.25. I was using this in shade 5 before, but I actually went and picked up 5.25 because 5 was a little too light for me. And this is perfect because it has more of a peachy tone to it, which is going to color correct and conceal darkness under the eyes. I love the wand of this product because it really helps spread product under the eyes. I'm gonna take my beauty sponge and I'm going to blend that in. So I would love to know, what are y'all's favorite Lancome products? Like what should people be picking up during this Friends and Family sale? Will you guys comment and leave that information in the comments down below? I feel like, you know, sharing and spreading that is good karma. You know, let's share what we are picking up or what we recommend. My recommendations are either one of these foundations or both. If you love a stick foundation, I love the stick. It's really quick and easy to apply. If you like more of a liquid foundation or you feel like your skin is a bit more dry and you want a liquid, then pick up the liquid. I wore this all weekend and it wore all day. It has been raining nonstop here in Austin for about a week and the weather has been so humid, but it still held up and wore really well all day. Perfect. Okay, oh my gosh, I love this. Love, love, love. All right, let's go ahead and clean off my hand here. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and set everything. I'm using Lawless Loose Powder, and I'm just gonna do a very, very light setting of the foundation and the concealer. So I went and got my hair darkened this weekend. I don't know if you can tell, but to me, it definitely looks a lot darker. I was noticing I was just getting really blonde, and it wasn't like intentional. It was kind of one of those things where every time I went, I was like, oh, it's a little lighter, oh, it's lighter, and I liked it, but I don't know, I just wanted to go back a little closer to my natural color and something that was a little less maintenance. It always takes a little while to get used to changing your hair, doesn't it? Especially with your makeup. You leave there and you feel like you have to like completely change your makeup because what you were doing didn't work before, doesn't work anymore, you know? Perfect, okay, oh, love it. So I just put a tiny bit of powder because I really didn't want to take away from that velvety matte finish. I didn't want to make it look too powdered or dry. Okay, I'm gonna go in and fill my brows in real quickly and I'll be right back. Okay, for the eyes, I'm gonna keep the eye makeup super simple today. I'm really just gonna be using a shadow stick. This is by Laura Mercier and it's the shade Copper. It's the Caviar eye stick. I really love a product like this because it is like a one and done product. It's so easy to apply. A lot of times you don't even need a primer. I am gonna take a little bit of this Makeup by Mario Master Eye Prep and Prime Set in light because I do wanna have some type of highlight underneath my brow, but this product alone or a good like eye crayon, you don't even really need to put a primer on first. I'm gonna take a little bit of the lightest shade right here with my finger and we're just gonna kind of put that into on my lid, blend it up into my crease. Okay, so that's give some brightness underneath the brow. Then I'm gonna go in with my Caviar stick and I'm basically just gonna kind of run this all over my lid. This color is so pretty. It is a bright, summery copper shade. You really don't have to be too concerned with getting it perfect. I'm kind of layering it so that I get a little more like pigment. And I'm just gonna use my finger to kind of blend this out. This is one of those products that is very travel friendly because you don't even really need eyeshadow brushes to apply it. Just need your fingers. And I'm just keeping my finger kind of in my crease. If I go over my lid with my finger, it's gonna kind of sheer and lighten that, and I really don't wanna do that. So I'm just kind of blending out the crease a little bit. So beautiful. Okay, next I'm going to tightline my eyes, and I'm using the Fenty pencil in the shade Puppy Eyes, which is a really pretty kind of coppery brown eye pencil. Let you see that. You can see that it has some shimmer to it. It's gonna complement and play off of that copper caviar stick, and I'm gonna run this onto my upper lash line. And I know I said I was gonna tightline with this, but I'm actually not. I was thinking when I grabbed this, it was the darker brown, and with that I would tightline, but with this, I'm actually just gonna line my upper lashes, and then I'm going to line my lower lash line. Okay, this foundation looks so good. Okay, I am gonna take a small little brush, and I'm gonna kind of run it over the eyeliner. It's very similar to the caviar stick, but deeper. So by doing this, you're kind of blending the two, so it doesn't necessarily look like eyeliner. It just looks like a little deeper at the lashes and then slowly starts to fade up. So pretty. Okay, next I'm gonna go in with mascara, and I'm gonna prep my lashes with the Lancome Eyelash Primer. And I was so bummed. I was looking for my Lancome Idol mascara, and I couldn't find it. And that is definitely a recommendation I have to pick up during the sale. Grab 1 or 2 tubes of that, you guys. I did a video using that mascara, and holy moly, it was like, if you are looking for some serious length, that mascara is it. I'm actually gonna insert a picture here, like with and without the mascara, so you can see it is amazing. That mascara launched late last year, and it was like, I remember that mascara selling out. It was so good. I need to pick up another tube of it. It's a lengthening and volume, but primarily lengthening. Like, you're gonna get a ton of length from it. If you use the lash primer along with it, you're gonna get more volume with it as well. I'm gonna go in with the Dior mascara and apply some of this. One comment that I remember getting when that video launched was how, like, all your favorite Lancome mascaras. Everyone was saying how Lancome really does mascaras well. So tell me down below, what is your favorite Lancome mascara? I always feel like mascara is a good thing to pick up when your favorite brands have these sales, because it's a product that is probably the one makeup product that you go through frequently. You know, I mean, I go through a tube of mascara every 3-4 months. This one actually is probably, this one needs to be retired. I can tell it's a little drier. What I love about doing a very light eyeshadow look like this, or like having a light shimmery color on the lid and not having much else, is that it really, really emphasizes the lashes. Whether you do like a strip of lashes or you really like focus on building your mascara up, I feel like this look is gonna be all about the lashes. Perfect. Okay. Now, if you get a little bit of mascara on your lid like I did, resist the urge to clean it off right away. Once it dries, it should flake off pretty easily. Mascara is really meant to adhere to hair, not skin. So if you can wait, it should flake off quickly. The problem you run into is if you get impatient and you try and fix it, then it smudges because it's not dry. Okay, I'm gonna go in and warm the face up, and I'm using the NARS bronzer in Paradise Found. I have been obsessed with this bronzer lately. It's a really pretty shade for summer. It's got a really pretty light sheen to it. Not shimmery, but gives the skin a very like sun-kissed glow. It kind of reminds me of the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, which is one of my favorites. So that one would be a good dupe for this one. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to add a little color to my cheeks. I'm using the M Cosmetics blush in the shade Magic Hour. If you do not own this blush, you guys, you will love it. It is so beautiful. It's just this really pretty, like light, peachy, mineralized blush. It's so gorgeous. It has a bit of a sheen to it, but not too shimmery. It doesn't magnify texture on me. I'm using the same brush, and I'm just sweeping this on the apples of my cheek, up and back. This whole look is very like soft, warm, peachy vibes. So pretty. I'm even, you know what I'm gonna do? Actually help too with that mascara. I'm just gonna run it on my eyelid, just a little bit. Why not? So pretty, gorgeous. Okay, I'm gonna finish this look by lining my lips. I have the Laura Mercier lip liner in the shade Hazelnut. I'm gonna line, and then I'm gonna kind of fill in too. Last, I'm gonna top the lips with the Lawless lipstick in the shade Wedding Day. Last, I do want to go ahead and tightline, so I grabbed a darker pencil. This is the shade In Big Truffle by Fenty, and I'm going to tightline my lash line here. Perfect. That just gives a little bit more like oomph to the lash line. Very subtle, but not, you know what I mean? It's a subtle change, but it makes such a difference. Okay, and then I do want to add a gloss to this because I feel like summer, you have to have glossy lips. This is the shade Deep Realm by NARS. I love this formula of lip gloss. It's very lightweight. It almost feels like a lip gloss oil. Maybe it is a lip gloss oil. It feels so lightweight and so nourishing on the lips, and it gives the lips a very wet, glossy look. And the color is very sheer. So it's really not gonna change the color of lipstick that you have. Oh, it's so pretty. It's a really, really unique formula. Feels so good. And this is the finished look. I think it's a perfect look for summer when you want to look put together and like you've put some effort into your look, but you didn't spend a whole lot of time and you don't have anything dark or heavy on the eyes or the face. To me, summertime means kind of like a fresh, lightened makeup look. Not to mean you can't wear makeup, but just like choosing colors and shades that add a bit of a light or freshness to the skin and the eyes. I think peach, gold, shimmer, light bronze, pinks are like the perfect shades for summer. So what I love about this foundation is even though it gives really great coverage and has a matte finish, it really works well for summertime foundation because it's lightweight, it does not look heavy, and it lasts all day long. So I will have all the details to the Lancome Friends and Family sale that's going on right now in the description box below. And remember, you get 25% off site-wide or 30% if you sign up for an account. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave me all your questions. Oh, and also leave me like your Lancome picks and recommendations. I will leave mine in the description box, but let us know what your favorite, like what you were picking up at this sale or what you recommend for others to give a try. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.